Hello guys, Tic here, and welcome back to Feed the Beast. Right, so in between all the other stuff that I've been doing, I have been doing my research, and I think I have completed it all, or at least the vast majority of it. So this is the Thaumcraft B side, this is the basic side you start with, and then you get to this gate, and then you need to go through all of this, and you get down to another gate. The theory of everything, which leads you on to stuff like this. Kind of want to build that. I've never seen one of those in action. Advanced Golomancy. Yep. Okay. But what we're going to do is we are going to be doing our first wand, which is the Wand of the Adept. Okay, and this requires a Wand of the Apprentice, your various shards, and 16 Precantio. So what I've done is I've reconfigured this room a bit, because that's going to have water jars in it, which can hold any of your spare aspects that you get from the cauldron. But for now, we're just going to have to throw things into the flux, unfortunately, so strange things might happen. Okay, so I've put in 4 ender pearls into here, which gives me my 16 Precantio. It also gives me 16 of Alienness and 16 Crystallis, or something like that. Yeah. So that means we're going to have 32 aspect bits going into the aura, which is not fantastic, but not much we can do about that right now. Okay, so let's construct that. Okay, so we now have 2 wands. One which holds a maximum of 50 vis, and the other which holds a maximum of 250. 250 gives us the opportunity to do some other things. So what we are going to make next is Goggles of Revealing. We require thermometers for that. I think it can be any shard. Right, so we need 2 of those, and then we need more Precantium, Visum, and Mutatio. Fantastic. Right, so let's go get those done. It took me a very, very, very long time and a lot of resources to get down to this point. This is an incredibly expensive thing to do. I went through a lot of cows, because cowhide is so useful. This leather, I mean, armor, fabric, food, and beast, and it's used in a lot. So I need 10 gold nuggets. I'm just going to take well, not gold nuggets, bars. I'm going to take the water shot because that's what it shows. So what is evident is that I've done a lot more collecting. I've also filled up all the areas with barrels now, and I've put basically something in all of them, or near enough all of them. That wall is fairly empty, that wall's fairly empty, and this one is still. Might throw some others, try and find what other food types there are and throw those in there. I'll try and keep that wall to being food. But really the only loss is once I can get to the router, is that those ones will fill up with duplicates of whatever else is there. So that's not so much of an issue. I don't mind that quite as much. Do these not stack? No, they don't. Okay. What is this actually showing me? Is this the direction to the node? That is really cool. okay. I'll take you out of there, we'll stick you in there. Alright, so the next thing is to stick these in the infusion table. And just like that. Okay, so we need Precantio, Visum, and Mutatio. Alright, so I'm just going to go find some stuff for those, and we'll be right back. Okay, and we're back. I wasn't able to find, like, a fantastic combination, but this will have to do. So carrots will give us our Visum, but they'll also give us 4 of the growth. Slime balls will give us the 8 of the Mutatum, but will also give control and water, aqua. Vishard will give us most of the magic and 2 of the crystal, and our blaze powder will give us the last of the magic and 4 fire. So this is probably the lowest waste collection I could find, but I didn't spend a whole lot of time on it. So we fill that up, wait for it to get bubbling. It's perfect weather for it. Okay. Come back here. Alright, so now we should see in a second. Alright, nothing will happen until I drop that in there. There we go. So you can see these are all the aspects that are going over to the infusion table. It knows what it wants, so it's just getting ready to take it. And pop, there we go. Right, so a whole bunch of stuff went into the flux, and we're going to be able to see. Alright, so we can see the aura node is not a massive one, but it's okay. I think the aura node is somewhere over here. Oh, my backpack just ran out. Right. Can't see any aura activity. It might be in this great wood. Right, so that's a completely different node. Flux there is moderate. Ours is minimal. So let's see. Any idea where mine is? It can be a bit difficult to spot sometimes. Yeah. Well, it's around somewhere, but we can see from this is that we have a decent amount of aura to play with. It's not repairing itself so great, so maybe we should be planting some silverwood trees. That would probably be a good idea. Okay, so let's move on swiftly from that. What we want to start doing is controlling the flux. So, to that end, we'll be creating mortared jars. And for that we need arcane wood blocks, which is great wood or any other kind of wood. And since we're going to be needing a lot of these, the other thing that we want to do is to create flux filters. And flux filters are required so that we can create the arcane alembics. And the arcane alembic is so that we can have our cauldron here and have it siphon off all the other material that isn't actually going to be used in whatever recipe, which is nice. And then we will be creating a golem, I believe a tallow golem? Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so the tallow one is what we want, and we need to make candles. We need to make some tallow for that to happen, but that will come a bit later. So we really need to get started on some watered jars and the alembics before we can start really on that. So I need to charge up the jetpack. It's the only problem with having a place that is all vertical. Alright, I'll show you also what's been going on here. Okay, this centrifuge, I read it entirely wrong. Basically, if you stick lava in it, it will automatically produce copper, tin, electrum and tungsten dust, which is very nice. It doesn't actually require the cell at all. In order for you to create centrifuge things and electrolyze things, you need to put in the exact requirement of what it needs. So for this one, you'd need to put in 16 lava cans. Here you'd need 2 near depleted uranium cells. So this sort of stuff. And this is a good use for all the dirt that we produce in the farm. Farm hasn't really been going all that great, in all honesty. It conks out after a while, so it needs a lot more work done on it to make it properly self-sufficient. But yeah, as you can see, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. Look at that, one major golden apple into 64 indicates. Oh, but that's because you need blocks for it. Makes sense. Loads of ways to create methane. Like dozens. But yeah. It keeps going on like that. This is a really good recipe for sticky resin into 14 rubber, which is, I think, better than any other possible way you can get it done. Soul sand. Yeah, see, this is the recipe that we're currently running. It takes 16 lava from here, but because we have it hooked up to that, we have basically unlimited lava. The other thing I did was I have created the rest of the power armor. Now, the recipe is really cheap, and it feels kind of cheaty, especially with how powerful these things actually are. I've not put anything into them yet, and I will possibly only use the helmet and the torso, only keep those inventory to power up my power tool. Because they do feel horrendously cheaty. I can't even begin to tell you how cheaty it feels. So for this, is it this one? Or is it the legs? Kinetic generator and the solar generator are probably what we want. Though night vision would probably be quite good. And yeah, it'd be good for that kind of stuff. Not too worried about this one though. The sprint assist, that would possibly be quite nice. Don't really need that. The uphill step assist, this is another one that's quite good. Yeah, so I might actually look into this. I kind of like the idea of the kinetic generator. But for now, I'm just carrying that armor around for no reason. Right, let's go put this away. As you can see, I get loads of free copper. It's nuts. So put those away. It doesn't know what to do with it. That can sit over there. What were we going to do? Water jars, that's it. Alright, so grab some of that. Yeah, that will do. Actually, let's get 2 stacks. I don't know if this actually releases any flux into the atmosphere, but it doesn't matter too much. We need quite a lot of this stuff. Alright. Okay, let's charge that one up. There we go. Okay, so 16 arcane wood blocks. And we only need 1 and several glass planes for it. Let's just charge up both the ones. So you can see where it's charging up, it's pulling stuff away from the aura. And hopefully we don't affect the aura too negatively. But that's the price we pay for progress. It's not really recovering as fast as we would like, but such is life. Okay, so we needed 7 per watered jar, and we need at least 3 watered jars for our infusion altar, because we're going to stick 3 on it, and then so 5, and then we're going to build our golem and have our golem keep not only the no, we'll just stick the golem on the alembics and have it worry about keeping everything nice. Kind of been spoiled by the project tables. Stick that in there. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Lovely watered jars. Alright, so for the next bit, we need to create 3 flux filters. Okay, which is 6 gold bars and 3 silver wood. And then we will need a bunch of that as well. What else do we need? Purus and Prometeo. Okay. Well, that one's fun. So I'm going to collect all that material and I'll be back shortly. Alright, so we've made, we've worked on getting as much of this stuff as we can. What I'm going to do, rather than making the whole lot now, I'm going to make 1. And that way I can make an alembic and stick it on the cauldron and capture at least something, so it doesn't all go out into the flux. Alright, so we need 8 Purus and 8 Permutatio? Tatio? Yeah, whatever. Okay, so we're going to get some of that from the eggs, and the rest of it we're going to get from silverwood logs. So we'll just get rid of what we don't need right now, and we need water. Okay, once that starts to boil up, there we go. Alright, so let's you can see here that there is a ton of extra stuff we don't need in there. There's 24 trees, 4 meat and 8 magic, which we definitely don't need in there, but at this point in time, we're not going to care too much. Alright, so that's all gone into the flux, and luckily that's all still minimal. So now, what we want to do is make the alembic. Okay, is that right? Yeah, that's right. Alright, and for that, we're going to use grass, which luckily is super abundant and contains the air that we need. Get rid of that. We're going to also be using some paper, which will give us the aqua we need. And then we'll be using glass for the vitreous crystal stuff. Okay. Oh wait. I believe you can actually just throw the stuff in there and it just, when it bubbles up, it just absorbs it all. Yeah, okay. There we go. Alright, 1 second guys, be right back. Right, sorry about that, somebody at the door. Okay, here we go. Our first arcane alembic. That was pretty expensive. So, I believe, there we go. Okay. So now, when we create yet another... Okay, that was out of there. When we create another one of these filters, which is 4 of that. Yeah, no, that is right. Yep, 4 of that, and where's the other 2 eggs? Hopefully the alembic will catch whichever one is highest. So, well, we'll be able to see momentarily which one it captures. Okay. So we've got everything we need there, and the magic is flying. So let's pop one of those on there. Right, so it caught the magic. Right, so let's make ourselves another. I think it was 4. Yeah. So we make ourselves another alembic. And hopefully that will catch the rest, something else. So, we've really been abusing the aura recently. Stick that over there. Right, so the final one of our filters, which requires the last of our eggs and the last of our silverwood logs. And this requires water. Go. Now I wonder which one it will capture. So just grab that. Which one? It got the meat. Not ideal. But still, not really a problem. At least it's capturing something. Okay, and then we need the rest of our paper. Am I missing something here? I'm sure I had enough glass. Did I throw all the glass in last time? I must have. Nice. That was pretty silly. Especially since I only needed 4 glass, didn't I? Yeah. Alright. Never mind. Luckily glass is easy to come by. It also needs water. Keep doing that. Maybe make a golem that's only just about filling it up. Okay, that's that. And that's that. Oh, come on. And that's that. Which makes the... Oh, no. We need to charge her up. Come on, charge up. Why isn't this thing charging? Ah, there we go. Whoa! Yeah, take that, you bastard. Alright, so it looks like I still need to sort out up above there. Kitty! Right, here we go. Alright, so now we've got our final alembic. That's good. Now what we can do is just create water jars, of which we can create several hundred. Now that, I think this episode has gone on quite long, but I'll double check. Alright. 1 second. Okay, looks like the episode has definitely gone on long enough. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'll get back to you shortly with some more actual building and maybe some other cool stuff. Cheers.